Hello everyone, welcome back to Bridging the Pond. I'm Del,
And I'm Leslie.
and what we're here to do today is to talk to you about how over the past 5 years, Bridging the Pond has literally saved us thousands of dollars. And by following some of the tips and tricks that we're going to talk to you about, you can go ahead and save the same sort of money.
Yeah. So we first discovered this, as Del said, 5 years ago in 2019. We were planning our annual Memorial Day, late spring, early summer trip vacation, and wanted to go to Amsterdam. So we started pricing out round trip flights from Orlando, where we live, and they were $1,500 round trip. And that was not direct. That had a layover and everything, which was just absolute sticker shock for us because that was not at all what we were budgeted for. And we were really shocked because we did go to London all the time, visit friends and family in the UK, and generally the tickets are, $500 to $700. So that gave us the light bulb moment of, wait a minute, we can fly to London for $700. And then EasyJet round trip from London to Amsterdam was about 100 pounds, which is $130. So basically half the price by flying through London, and not really any more travel time because there were no direct flights anyway.
Yeah, absolutely. And the next time we saved thousands of dollars was in 2023. We ended up flying with a group of people to Thailand. This was for a special occasion. I just turned 50. I just turned 21. And so what we decided we wanted to do was treat ourselves and fly business class all the way there. So
it's a long way.
It is a long, long way. But what we decided we wanted to do was start looking online, find the best deals, and the absolute best deal that we could find flying from Orlando business into Bangkok was just over $4,000, which is a lot of money. And we were about to pull the trigger until Leslie said, well, we saved money bridging the pond last time. Why don't we do the same and look through London? And I was like, yeah, maybe. Is it really going to save us money? Well, let me tell you what happened. We managed to book, again, the direct flights from Orlando into London Heathrow. I think we paid between $600 and $700 for that particular trip. Then when we were there, we looked online and we found with Swiss Air that we could get a business class flight with a lay flat bed for $1,500 per person. Round trip, which is outrageous. So
that was a especially good deal.
It was, but we managed to save ourselves 50% on that deal, so thousands of dollars, as did our friends who followed us. So bridging the pond worked again.
It also helps with jet lag too. So anyone who's traveled to Asia know that time difference is killer. But spending even a day in London can really help with that adjustment time frame too. And Derek pointed out too, there's tons, if you don't want to have an extended vacation in the UK, there are tons of hotel options right by the airports as well. We love Premier Inn. It's a big chain there, very low cost, under, usually about
$50 or $60.
Yeah, maybe $80, I think 50 or 60 pounds, but under $100 for a night. Very cheap, very quality, clean, you know what you're getting, nothing fancy, but they have a good breakfast, and we've been really happy with that.
Yeah, so very, very consistent.
And you can always take the train into London and do some sightseeing too while you're saving money.
Absolutely.
Go spend some of it in the shops.
Yep.
So in each case, we saved thousands of dollars just by bridging the pond.
Which brings us on to the next adventure that we took, which was our last one, which hopefully you've seen. And if you haven't, please like and subscribe, and it will bring them up on your timeline. But we actually ended up flying to the Maldives. Why don't you tell them about that, Leslie?
Yeah, so that was spectacular. That was actually, on our bucket list, along with our travel friend group, who hopefully you all met in the Maldives video, and Laura, who you would have met in those videos as well, like and subscribe to see her, actually had an advertisement come to her email that she forwarded and said, hey guys, let's do this. It was $5,000, and the big headline was overwater bungalow in the Maldives, including airline tickets for $5,000. And we were like, yes, book it. Let's book it. So we clicked to book it, and ... No, it was not what they were advertising. That $5,000 did not include airfare to the Maldives, just the seaplane transfer. It was not actually an overwater bungalow
No,
either.
they're going to give us one of these, even though it's beautiful. And listen, we sound a bit entitled, but it was a regular beach hut, and it's a long way to travel just to be in a beach hut. And my wife would not stop in a beach hut.
We live by the beach. I love the beach, and I think a beach room is great. But if I'm going to the Maldives, it's for the experience of the whole overwater experience. So I don't want to fly that far and not have that experience. So when we actually clicked through that offer, it ended up being about $7,000 plus flights to the Maldives from the U.S., which we didn't even price that because at that point it was way out of our budget already.
Yeah, I was absolutely gutted by this stage, but I was like a dog with a bone. You know, I'd seen this price, $5,000. I wanted that vacation with the flights and everything for $5,000. So I went online. I found a UK travel agent, and if you put notes in the comments, I'll gladly forward you their information. But we managed to find a package, again, by flying through London for the two of us, including Emirates flights from London Heathrow into Mali, and then a seaplane transfer from Mali to Cocoon, which was the island, and then an all-inclusive vacation in the overwater bungalow. And we ended up paying £4,800, which is about $5,500 per couple, which was absolutely phenomenal.
Phenomena.
That made it into our budget.
It did. And if you look at the reviews, you can see that in the second video pointing here, and you will see what everybody thought of that vacation. But 12 out of the 13 people said it was worth it and would go back again.
Yep. And so then, of course, we still had to get to the UK. We were able to book those flights for about $400 and some airline points that we already had. Again, if we had to pay cash, it would have been under $700. So again, overall, massive savings compared to trying to book the same vacation from the US.
Yeah, so as you can see on that trip again, we've literally saved ourselves thousands of dollars by bridging the pond.
And I will point out too, we talk about flying from Orlando. That's our hub, but there are so many flights to London from multiple hubs in the US, DC, Boston, New York. So whatever your hub is, you should be able to leverage this for yourselves as well.
Absolutely.
So don't forget to like and subscribe to see our next video, because we also want to share how we got those airline points that we use for our London flights and some tips and tricks we have regarding travel credit cards.
So until next time, from Leslie and me,
Keep on traveling.
bye.